My Jack Bauer. I mean, he was my eyes and ears. I'd use all of his scouting reports and all of his information. It was a huge help for me.
Let's take a look at Chris Paul setting up his dribble pull-up. Most of his situations coming off dribble pull-up is just going to be off pick and roll. So the first situation is going to be a mid pick and roll with DeAndre Ayton. All right, Ayton sets the mid pick and roll. All right, CP just comes off, changes speeds, and pulls up at the elbow. So the change of speed is really important here. Let's take a look at slow-mo. The change of speed is really important. He waits for the screen to be set. He wants to change his speed. All right, the big comes off, but there's no contest by the big. Now he deals the rear view challenge from the guard. But again, the change of speed and waiting for that screen is essential coming off that. Wastes no time, pull up, gets to his kill spot. All right, in this situation, Chris Paul is going to come off the pick and roll and snake the big to get into the paint for his jump shot. Basically, a snake is a fancy word for saying crossover. All right, so he comes off. All right, the big jumps out. Now he crosses over, gets into the paint, and gets to his pull-up game. Now let's go to slow-mo and take a look at it. All right, now, again, when you're coming off pick and roll, the biggest thing is coverage, right? You see the big and you see the help in the corner. So he can't really do much going to the baseline, but they're forcing him into the baseline in their coverage. So what he wants to do here is Ayton's going to come and angle the screen, right? He's going to hit. Now as he comes off, he's already got, he's got about a step and a half on Johnson here. Porto's going to come up and basically get in front to try to give the guard enough time to get back in the play. He then wants to cross over, and that's the biggest thing. When you handle any type of switching, you want to cross your man over. You want to move him side to side. All right, so he pulls the ball out, crosses it back over to the middle, all right, and creates enough separation to get his shot off. But again, it's all about coming off, changing speed, changing direction, all right, and putting that ball in front and then creating space. Now, in this situation, Paul has it on a switch. All right, instead of trying to create a play that's not there, he passes the ball, re-spaces, gets that big to come out even deeper, and then pulling up for the three-point shot because now the big's on. He's got Aldridge on skates. So let's take a look at it. So as you can see, he dribbles, doesn't like the look, passes it back out, re-spaces, and then pulls up for three. Gets that big and gets Aldridge back. Now let's take a look at it at slow-mo. Now on any type of a switching situation, right? Any type of a switch situation, you want to try to move the big up, down, back, forth, side, however you want to do it. Right now he doesn't have a good drive. So instead of trying to force up a shot, he passes the ball, re-spaces. Now the big is going to come out in the floor space. Now he has a lot more space to operate. He wants to drive at him hard, getting the big back, and now creating that space for him to get his three-point shot off. All right, it's always important when you have a big switch on you to be able to pull back out, get that big away from the basket even more, and then make a move.
He was my Jack Bauer. I mean, he was my eyes and ears. I'd use all of his scouting reports and all of his information. It was a huge help for me.